quite sometimes confusing. Karakoram anomaly is coming up. Karakoram anomaly has been debated much. But if you look at the Karakoram anomaly glaciers, Karakoram anomaly means those glaciers of Karakoram mountain range, which are either surging, I mean gaining mass, positive mass balance, or they are stable. So they are in number 121 glaciers. If you compare them with the 7,000, it's about 1%. And that 1% is highlighted more than the rest of the glaciers. Overall, the glaciers of Pakistan are melting at a much faster rate. Sometimes people ask a question, how we can stop the rapid recession of glaciers. There is no shortcut. There is no shortcut. There is not an immediate solution, which I can say that you switch off this switch and glacier will stop melting. But the measures which Pakistan is right now taking, these are right measures, and they will be shielding fruit after a decade. But these will be sustainable solutions to the cryosphere areas, and also we should not isolate the mountain ecosystem from other ecosystems, because there are downstream, upstream linkages. Ambassador Saab in his speech mentioned about sea level rise. This meltwater is going to the sea. And when temperature is increasing, water is also expanding in the oceans. So that expansion of water and this added meltwater of glaciers and added meltwater of storms, as Ahmad Kamal Saab mentioned, and Aisha mentioned that frequency and intensity of storms will increase in the coming future, in the coming near future. So climate variability is in this way, but variability in this way. So this variability does not allow us to manage. One year is drought year, next year is flooding year, lot of water in flooding year, that is also going to the sea. And in drought year, you don't have water. If you calculate the average of dry year and wet year, so that will be telling you you are in the comfortable zone. You got average amount of water, but that average amount of water is of no use for you, because dry period has damaged you in different way, and wet year has damaged your economy in different way. So thank you very much, Aisha. On glaciers, when glaciers will be melting at faster rate, they will be generating lakes. And those lakes are not sometimes visible. They are formed under the ice of the glaciers. Those are not visible, very dangerous. And Kamal Saab mentioned that monsoon dynamics is playing very important role in disasters of mountainous area. And when monsoon is reaching in those areas where it was not reaching in the past, so that is bringing surprises, and local people say cloud burst. But those cloud bursts are forming in such a way, there is a strong incursion of monsoon from Bay of Bengal. It is reaching to the heights, little moisture is pumped to that atmosphere. When heating takes place, that added moisture will form a cloud, and that cloud will locally yield heavy rainfall in a very short span of time. So this is happening right now. Because in the past, if we look at the GLOF behavior, so GLOF was being tackled by monitoring the lakes. Now that idea is not valid. No more valid than monsoon is entering. Okay, I will go in detail if there will be any question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So it's quite evident that, global warming is affecting our mountains, and it is also affecting the climate. Taking that into account, and also the new report that has been produced by EC Mode that makes projections based on the rate of emission, because climate science, Dr. Ghulam Rasool, I think you will agree, is not an exact science. It bases itself on predictive modeling and different scenarios. So if we warm at 2 degrees, 3 degrees, 4 degrees, what will happen? If we take the worst case scenario, they're saying by the year 2100, the Himalayan glaciers will lose 70% of its mass and volume. And if we take the best case scenario of 30% melting, we will lose 30%, and so that will mean 70% less water or 30% less water. So in either case, Jen Nadeem, I come back to you. You talked at length about the vulnerability of mountain communities, and from what Dr. Ghulam Rasool